Hello and welcome to another edition of the Franchise Tag Overtime. Today I'm joined by DC Defenders running back Ryquell Armstead. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? Pleasure to be here, Gareth. Thanks for having me, man.
No, thank you very much for coming on. It is a pleasure to get yourself on, especially after the weekend's games. How do you feel now that game is out of the way?
I feel great. I feel like my team did a good job coming together when things weren't going well. Not pointing the finger at one another, and those are the little moments that I'm thankful and proud of. We came together, we stuck together, we trusted in one another, and we believed when things were going good, bad, and different. So I'm just happy we were able to put things together. We had a long 2-3 months together in camp, preparing for these moments, and I'm glad guys got to just live their truths, be themselves, and just showcase the talents that we do have on this DC Defender squad. So, I'm very excited and thankful for the opportunity.
There's a lot of people who said when the games were announced, obviously DC versus Seattle, there's a lot of talk about that potentially being a championship game end of the season. And I think it had that feel early on of two very, very good teams going against each other. How did you find playing against that tough defense they've got over there at Seattle?
Oh yeah, I want to first and foremost, shout out to the Seattle Sea Dragons. They had a good roster, good team put together, and they had a good game plan. They were executing at a high level.
Yeah, they were.
With that being said, my guys, we rallied and we showed what we were capable of as well. But I'm very excited for the challenges. I understand this isn't going to be an easy task. I came into it thinking it'd be a breeze. We're going to roll past everybody, and then I saw real quick that it's not going to be that way. And this is a game, and we're in a dogfight. So there's one bone, two dogs, and we got to come out with it.
100% agree with that one. And the atmosphere in DC looked really good. For what we could see, particularly in the end zone, there looked like a real good atmosphere, particularly whenever you scored. Did you get to soak up much of the atmosphere, or were you that engrossed and concentrating on the game?
Oh, no, I'm having fun with this football thing now, man. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying the moment, my spirits, I'm just letting it take away. The atmosphere was amazing. I played at, Temple University, the Eagle Stadium, 4 years in college. I played with the Jaguars. So I've been in a lot of crowds, a lot of atmospheres, and we definitely got a good fan base. And, I'm very thankful for that.
And to be fair, it did trend the weekend, particularly around a certain thing being stolen by security. A certain beer snake getting stolen was trending all over Twitter. So DC fans particularly, I think, have embraced the XFL really well. They were really good in XFL 2.0 DC fans, and it looks like, again, you're going to get a real good fan base. How important do you think it is to have such a devoted fan base really early on in a team?
I think it's very important to, be able to go and give DC something to, be happy for. We're not gonna have a good fan base if we're not good. So to go out there and showcase our talents and to, display what we're about and, how much we care for DC and, actually defend DC. It's our slogan, our motto. So I just feel like when we keep giving them a show, they'll keep showing up, So, and, I'm a Jersey guy. I'm from New Jersey. I've been in Philadelphia, around DC. So I already know how these fans are. And, some of the realest cutthroat fans, good, bad, and different. How you feel. So it's just a blessing.
And your performance, you were the lead back for the day with the most yards, 30. I think it was 30. I think over 30 yards of 8 carries. How did you find your performance?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I played well, but in this league, I'm trying to just take advantage of my opportunities, but also just being that leader and that finding that role. I know I'm electric. I know I can change the game, and so for me, I know when I come in, I'm just gonna give my guys a boost with my energy, my play, and just backing it all up. And that energy that I came in, I got the first down rolling, got that drive going. We scored a touchdown. Like it's felt. So I just want to just keep being that leader for my boys and my team, and just keep playing my part.
And it was a really, really close game. I think there was 3 very, very close games this weekend, but your one game particularly felt quite tense, particularly with your scoring like 14 minutes still left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Were you confident of keeping that lead, or was there any tension?
Oh, I was very confident. I like for us to, be able to put things away. And, fourth quarter, that 4 minute drive we had, that fourth down. But these are all growing pains, and, it's learning one another and learning to come together, So I'm just thankful the coaches have trusted us to be able to go for that. And I just want to continue to just see that, that effort just both sides. So, like I said, between the coaches, between us playing, we got to learn each other. We just got to keep moving forward. And they're doing a great job, preparing us and getting us ready to go. And we just got to, just keep going. But just as far as how that game ended, I've always been on the other end of the stick. So, for our defense to be back against the wall, 4th and goal, 2nd, 3rd and goal, and come up with a strip fumble to seal the game, that's major. That's credit to the defensive coordinator. That's credit to those guys doing their job, believing. So, you just always got to have faith. You just got to keep, positive impacts and just keep impacting the team in a positive light.
And obviously, this was the first weekend as well. We got to see the new kind of coverage that was going to be done with the XFL, the much wider and increased access and effect to much more than we were used to, listening to all the play calls, listening to a lot more on the sidelines. How did you find that increased exposure and effect? Were you conscious of mics being around you at all times, or were you just focused on the game?
I mean, it's all nice and fun for the fans and the entertainment part of it, but at the end of the day, this is a job and this is a business. And between those lines, you got to be me. You got to be, you got to be a dog. And I'm not gonna discredit how I talk, how I speak, how I express myself, and how I play. That's part of my edge and my chip that's on my shoulder. So it's cool to have those mics and stuff, but I'm not really worried about what's going on. That's the outside noise. So long as my brothers and my teammates and coaches, they understand me as a person and they understand, what I bring and what I do. I'm just going to keep being myself. It was definitely good, but at the same time, those things can become distractions. So I just want to make sure my guys know, we play football at the end of the day,
And you've got quite a talented running back room there, I think, in DC. I've spoke to Abram Smith before the season began, and he's really, really passionate guy, and he is very, very driven. You got yourself, who's obviously very, very driven. How was that relationship building with you and the fellow running backs at the moment?
Yeah, so there's 3 of us. There's AB and there's AP as well. Our relationship is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? We're great together. Good mesh. We understand we're different. We bring different things, but we're able to communicate with each other. We're able to understand each other, and just keep things going. And the biggest thing is just me helping Abram get to where he wants to be, him helping me get to where I want to be. Understand that we need both to keep going. So we have a good relationship. The room's great, and we're going to keep it that way, man.
It's important to obviously maintain that, and obviously this weekend you're going to Vegas to play the Vegas Vipers. Did you get much of a chance to watch any of their film at all yet, or did you get to watch their game?
Yeah, I watched their game, and we watched their film. They're doing a good job of preparing us, and we'll be ready to go when the time presents itself.
You've played against Vegas this weekend. They had a very contrasting first half to second half. Do you think you're going to be looking at how they got Arlington were able to come back in that second half to see what potential avenues you've got as an offense for this week?
Yeah, I mean that stuff's all up to Coach Kais. My job is to play football. I'm not really worried about those guys. I know what I'm capable of doing, what my boys are capable of doing, and we're gonna go out there and perform and give a show to Vegas. We're locked in, we're ready to go. So it doesn't really matter what those guys do. The only ones that can beat us is ourselves.
100% agree with that one. And obviously the UK has quite a special relationship with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and your team in DC, you've got Coach Barlow, ex-Jags, yourself, ex-Jags. Are you hoping to generate a good British following in DC based on that loyalties?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, we want to bring all the fans. We want everybody to come out, have a good time, and just understand we're going to be electric. We're going to give you guys our ultimate efforts. And, we're for you guys. So, we want to enjoy. We want to talk. We want to build that chemistry and, just keep it going. So let's go.
So we obviously saw you this week, and we saw you some good explosive play from yourselves in the game. What would you say is different from your game now, from your time in Jacksonville?
Yeah, my growth, my level of care, my level of effort, but just me being free. I feel like, playing at the highest level, it's not as fun. It's a lot, stress, a lot of pressure on yourself. So just me being free and just able to just be myself is just the biggest difference. You know, I'm just having fun, and I haven't had fun in a long time playing football.
And end of the day, I know it's obviously a job, but you still have to enjoy your job. End of the day,
Yeah.
And that work life balance and that home time is obviously so important to anyone. At the end of the day, you don't want to be working and not enjoying your job. So, how did the XFL opportunity come about for yourself?
Yeah, so I had a strong camp coming in with the Jaguars. I got sick a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I just started back playing football not too long ago. I was with the Jaguars for this OTAs and camp, whole season, preseason. And I got released the last preseason game, final cut day. So I got released, and I just didn't hold grudges. I kept going. I understood the XFL was there. I had a lot of teams calling me, a lot of people calling me, and I just was rejecting them. I still had a football dream of the NFL. So I told myself, I'll get myself to November. If I don't get picked up, then I'm gonna, put my pride aside and fall into this XFL league and just play football, because I've been training for 8 months, and I just want to play football. So for the XFL, it was just them calling me and just me just really being ready to want to take this step and just move in this light.
And obviously, we're very glad to have you in the XFL, a player of your experience, and the fact that you come with an NFL pedigree as well, which there are a few names that jumped out, particularly to us British fans, because we don't get much college ball over here.
Yeah.
But as you know, from being a Jags player, we get the NFL over here in spades, and the XFL now is available over here as well, which it's very unusual for a league to be worldwide from the opening game. There's not many leagues that can say they are a worldwide league opening match. How did it feel to know that you were not only performing domestically, but you are going to be watched all around the world on that opening game?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. Like I said, it was a good opportunity. I was more excited for guys that this is their first time actually playing a professional game. Like I said, I've done 3 years in NFL. I had so many guys like 12, lucky. Let me think of a couple more. Michi, 26, just a lot of DBs, 38, Nadir. Like I was just more happy for those guys, first day dressing up in pro pads, playing pro ball, just trying to show them a process, things, how to be a pro, how to go about it, and, just make it a little easier for them. But, I was happy to see those guys play ball, it's not always just about you. It's playing football, so it takes 11 of us to go on offense, 11 to go on defense, 11 to go on special teams. So, like, as I get older, man, I'm just growing into this path of just, being a leader and just, just being happy for others. Like, I'm just happy for those guys. It was a good time to see, a good atmosphere. And I just want, as much fans to come out, just as much exposure as possible, because it's just good for, the league itself. So I'm just happy and thankful.
And obviously, the DC fans are obviously going to be very grateful for you to have you in that lineup. I can tell already it's going to be a good season for the DC Defenders. The tickets, as I say, are available still for all DC Defenders games on xfl.com/tickets. Make sure you check them out. There are some really good price tickets out there, as low as $24 in some very good seats. Well worth going to check out. But thank you very much for your time today. Good luck against Vegas. Hope you get the win. I've had quite a few DC Defenders on this show now, so I've got a bit of a soft spot for DC now. I've had Abraham, I've had Reggie on, I've had Jordan, I've had KJ on.
You get them, okay.
So I'm slowly but surely becoming an unofficial DC fan here. But thank you very much for your time. Good luck against Vegas. Hope you get the win. And hopefully speak to you again as the season progresses.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man. 3, 2, 3.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Obviously, defend DC, and we'll speak to you all again soon with another very special guest.